I had a lady late at night get on my bus at Hastings and Commercial, and she was really well dressed. And she tells me, she needs to get to Corral Street, which is right in the heart of the downtown east side. Really not the best area to be in late at night when you're, by yourself. And she had no idea how to get there. And I was on the express bus, and I was about to go through my spiel of, okay, well, you need to get off at Main Street, and then you need to get the 16 or the 14 or the 20, but I stopped myself. And I guess she noticed something about me, and she said to me, well, my daughter's down there. She's been missing for 8 months. And I just got a phone call. She's ready to come home. I guess she was out handing out flyers, and handing out flyers and talking to people earlier in the day. And somehow one of the flyers made their way to her daughter, and she picked up the phone, and so I was able to drop her off to meet up with her daughter. And I think that's probably something that's going to stick with me for years, is just having that opportunity.
The keys were stolen, got impounded, and she went crazy because of Jib and left. And now I'm here, and I just want to go back.
What made you come to Vancouver?
We weren't allowed around each other because of fucking charges. I got charges here. 3 different bails and probably a warrant because I missed court.
What for?
Theft. For fucking heroin. Sucks. I spend all day chasing fucking more money around. It's fucking stupid. Ontario, I had a good job. I made good money. I had a normal life. I let my car fucking go to waste. It was a $28,000 car. I let it go to waste for impound fees.
It was just messed up. I mean, did a lot of time in the pen and everything, and it was all because of the drugs. All I did every day was put a needle in my arm, and I've been clean for 8-9 years now. So I'm trying to give back a bit. I go down to First United and I volunteer, a couple of days every week, and plus I'm getting way up there in age, so they don't realize how quick the addiction gets to you. I mean, you use heroin for 3-4 days, bam, you're sick, and you just need that next fix. And the longer you use it, the longer you're gonna keep using and using and using, And it took me like 6 years on methadone to get off of the heroin, And from there, I went from like 240 mils down to like 30 mils a day. And my next step is cutting off completely. So, because I mean, drugs damn near killed me, I mean, 15 years ago, I weighed 94, 95 pounds, and I mean, for my height, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So, but, I got my shit together, and I found out that, hey, hurting people and doing drugs, because the more drugs you do, the more people you're gonna hurt. Not yourself, but a lot of other people. So you just gotta, get your shit together. Now I live in a nice neighborhood in Surrey. I have a fantastic landlord, and everything's good. I got tons of food in the fridge, I haven't even gone shopping for this month, and I still get a freezer full. So, anyway, it's been nice talking to you.
Thanks so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
It's just hard to get a job. I'm spent a lot of time in jail, so my arms are all sleeved up, and I'm not really good with public, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm an angry person at some points, I guess. Either you love me or hate me.
Making money, man. Being poor and making money. That's all it is.
The robbery, that we got charged for it, we didn't get charged for it because, we went to this place and there was, a whole bunch of people, partying and stuff, and, okay, there's like 4 of us. There's like 6 of these kids, and we all get into a brawl, right? And they're like, oh, yo, should I show them my scar when I got hit?
Just do it.
Yeah, I will.
It's actually fucked.
I got hit with a bamboo stick within that brawl.
It's actually so funny. I was just like looking at them and they looked like they were like fucking in Star Wars or some shit, hitting each other with bamboo sticks.
He actually slit my fucking arm open. Like, look at that.
Just the bamboo stick.
Yeah.
Yo.
I had no idea a bamboo stick could even do
Yo,
that.
and I was fighting this fucking 6'3" fat kid. It was hilarious.
Oh, okay, and
Almost
there's like this big white kid. He was on top of our other bro. He's like fucking punching him. I come out of nowhere with a fucking like a skateboard.
Wait, was
and I
it
just fucking,
Jamal?
yeah, I fucking hit him.
Yo, I threw a brick at that kid. Yo.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
threw
We ended up
a brick at his
getting
back.
4 phones and like, yeah, we all 4 of us got arrested that night.
Okay. So
We
those
all
guys
ended up in jail.
that you,
Two of them ended up in North Fraser, and me and him, we ended up in fucking the youth detention center. You know what that is, right?
This Easter, just passed by, a friend of mine corralled me to this Ukrainian Catholic church. And so they're basically like Eastern Orthodox, but they're part of, like, they recognize the Pope as their leader. And they do all like the old Byzantine rites, like in Greek, and this service was in English, but it's in Richmond. So it's in this old Ukrainian neighborhood. There's like a Ukrainian hall, there's a Ukrainian church, and a Ukrainian retirement village. But because it's in Richmond, everyone there's Chinese. And so, I mean, that alone was weird. Like, where you have this old, like, the Byzantine services are kind of similar to the Catholic ones, except they're like way more specific and like 10 times fucking longer. I was like standing all fucking night, 7 hours. I sat down. I mean, I was into it, but I'm not that into it. Like, no wonder the fucking 19th century like Russian nihilists were so fucking pissed. If like they took away my knees, like I'd be lobbing bombs too. But like the whole thing, like part of like any endeavor that's so serious, like it's gotta be like there's gotta be some kind of like really like I don't want to say fucked up, but really like there's a myth that like requires those stakes. And like the priest the entire time, well, first of all, he was teaching everybody what to do. Like you have to raise the canopy. They're doing too high, too low. But everyone there is like didn't grow up. Like no one there was Ukrainian, so they didn't really grow up the rites. Like this, it's like this entire like ballet production, which happens once a year, and it's like super sad. And he was like, we're not here commemorating the death of Christ. Like sacramentally, we are in the tomb with him. And like you have this icon where like you kiss the wounds of Christ. I didn't know what to do, so I just made out with Christ. I mean, I've always wanted to kiss Jesus. And it was like a little, you could taste the universal veneration. Like Jesus was wet anyway, but